from Melbourne, Florida. 6'6", 230 pounds. I'd probably add about another 20 pounds to that. I think they're being a little generous there. So David Collette set to tip things off, and we're ready to go. The D. Glenn Smith Spectrum. First half action. Utah State tipping off the 14-15 season, and the tip-off easily controlled by the Utah State Aggies. Darius Perkins moving right to left. Over to Smith. Smith works it to McGlaston on the left wing. Back to Smith. Smith being guarded up top by on the three-point line. Drives. Layup blocked at the rim.
Got a foul.
We got ourselves a foul at the rim.
He got just a little bit deep, Scott. You notice the shot came up under the hill, so he got hit a little on the way.
Again, a new kind of drive and kick type of offense here for Utah State. But you saw certainly the aggressiveness of Chris Smith right out of the gate. First free throw of the season is up and good. And the first points of the new season are on the board.
This man's reputation, Chris, is a scorer.
ID break.
He put it up good.
Second free throw up and rattles home. Utah State up 2-0. Here comes Texas A&M International going the other way, moving left to right. Quick point guard. Alston being picked up by Perkins. Playing keep away outside the three-point line. Alston works it around the horn. Texas A&M very patient offensively. Now to the low blocks. Spot up man. Works into the paint, being picked up by Collette. A shot up, no good. And number 30, Jamie Lee, trying to get the shot up over Collette. Collette held his ground well.
Yeah, good position right behind him, good solid. The one thing you'll see here, this is more defense than this team's used to. D1 defense a little different.
That'll wear on you a little bit, won't it?
Yeah, Stu Morrow's defense is really sticky.
Perkins picked up by Alston. Works it to McGlaston over to Jalen Moore. Jalen Moore back over to Collette. Collette wants to drive. Picked up at the free throw line, and a foul as Texas A&M International called for 2 fouls early on in the ballgame. But Collette, really good. He can drive right. They really like his ability to drive, especially right.
Yeah, that setup right there is 4 out and 1 in. Collette's just wandering around in the post a little bit, but showed some driving ability. But 4 guys outside with that athletic ability. Really doing.
Don't be surprised for them to set up some ISOs for him throughout the course of the season.
Yeah.
McGlaston takes the inbounds underneath the baseline. Picks over to Perkins. Perkins way outside the three-point line. Isolation for him. He wants to drive. Picks up the dribble, though. Passes it over to Smith. Smith, left wing extended. Back to Perkins on the baseline. Perkins, pull-up jumper from the baseline. Off the rim. No good. Rebound brought down by International. Texas A&M International with Alston. Alston works over to Smith. Smith outside the three-point line, right wing extended. Moore picks up the Smith as Smith shoots the three-point line from the baseline, and it is off the iron, and here comes Smith going the other way. Chris Smith over to Moore. Moore to McGlaston, left wing. McGlaston wants to drive. McGlaston from the free throw line, up and no good.
That's his game.
Some good looks, just not falling.
Yeah, good look.
Alston really quick, puts the ball on the floor. Fareed can't pick it up, and he goes off his foot, out of bounds, turnover going the other way. And here comes Utah State. 18-14 left to go here in the first half. Utah State, after a couple of Chris Smith free throws, leads this game 2-0.
I think right now the pace is a little quick.
It is, isn't it?
Texas A&M. Aggies like to play fast.
Darius Perkins, new point guard for Utah State. Works it to Collette. Collette outside the three-point line. Bigs are extended. Back to Collette.
Nice.
Collette, nice give and go. Just can't get it to fall, though.
Use the board, David.
Alston going the other way. Alston picked up by Perkins. Back over to Carlson. Carlson back to Alston. Again, Texas A&M International, patient offensively. Carlson trying to work into Fareed. Can't get it. And we got a foul on Utah State. David Collette picking up the foul.
Got a little handsy on the post. Got him on a hold.
So Patrick Carlson will inbound underneath his own free throw line. Utah State leading 2-0. 17:42 left to go in the first quarter. Ball's on the court. Picked up by Alston, though. And Alston over to Carlson, and we've got ourselves a foul going the other way. Moving pick. Offensive foul goes up against
Montrese McKnight.
Number 23, Montrese McKnight. Checking into the game, number 11, David Horst, a JC transfer. They're really high on 6'4", 200 pounds. Checks into the ball game. Utah State keeps the current lineup. As Darius Perkins picked up at midcourt by Alston. Darius with some good ball handling skills outside the three-point line. Over to Colette. Colette engineers the offense to Perkins. Perkins wants to drive. Goes into traffic in the paint. No good.
Just a good shot again.
Good looks, good offense. Just not falling at this point. It's all good. Alston. Over to Free. Free loses the handle, but kicks over to Smith. Smith's going to go deep and off the iron. No good. And here comes Perkins. It's going the other way. 2-0 our score. 17:03. A lot of missed opportunities for Utah State offense. Ball goes out of bounds over the far free throw or far sideline. And off the Texas A&M International player.
Right now, I see the Aggies. They're working awfully hard, but we're playing a little bit too fast and not setting the good screens.
Yeah.
If we would slow down just a half a step and set a good pick and work off the pick. Right now, a lot of motion on the outside, but there's got to be a pick or two.
D'Amico Blue into the ball game, number 55. 6'7", 250-pound big man from OKC.
Looks like they're going to run some people in on it.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Utah State currently with their starter still in the ball game. McGlaston wants to handle, kicks it out. He's going to take a three-point shot. Oh, just off the iron once again. McGlaston saw that thing just rim around, kicks back out, goes out of bounds. Texas A&M's got the ball going the other way. 2-0 our score still, and we're 3 minutes into this one. 3 minutes and 13 seconds. 16:46 and counting left to go in first half action.
Actually, our player hasn't taken the shot, and that's Jalen Moore.
Jalen Moore yet to take a shot in this ball game. And maybe that's not a bad thing, too.
No, I think he's right now helping distribute a little bit. He'll get his.
David Horst, number 11, will inbound after the ball goes out of bounds. Horst will actually inbound underneath his own basket. Foul, actually, on Utah State. I did not pick up who that was on.
I didn't see that either, so I don't.
So David Horst under the baseline will inbound for Texas A&M International. Working up left wing. Up top to Alston. Alston wants to drive, and he's got a clear lane, ball up and good, and we got a tie ball game. Alston insanely quick. JC All-American. 2-2 is our score. 16:24 left to go in the first half. Jalen Moore, right wing. And not only has he not shot, he hasn't had a lot of looks. Long post pass into the third half. Easy basket.
Nice look by Darius.
Darius Perkins with the assist, and Utah State takes that lead back, 4-2. 16:08 left to go first half action. Pull up three from the left wing.
Oh, we got
air ball, but they're going to have a foul down underneath. The foul is not on the shooter, but it was underneath. So Horst will inbound underneath his own basket once again.
That's the second one on David Colette. Yep. So we're going to take a quick look here at Elston Jones, the big freshman.
Elston Jones coming off a little bit of a knee injury, checking in. First big man off the bench. Something to keep an eye on.
That's a nice, big, good-looking freshman, isn't he?
He is.
Out of Goodyear, Arizona.
Goodyear, Arizona. 6'4", 240 pounds. And could be a big beast. David Colette on the bench after picking up his second foul. Horst works it all the way and even goes over my head, out of bounds, going the other way. He was trying to find Montrese McKnight, and not a particularly great pass.
Yeah, it's 4-2.
Need to add another point there for Utah State. 4-2 is our score. The scoreboard still says 2-2.
Except the one down has 4-2, the one up. So
Stu Morrill's like, hey,
everybody's breaking in.
Don't be short me a pass. Or 2 points here. Darius
Stu
Perkins
can do it all.
Board.
He can keep the score, coach the game.
McGlaston back over to Smith. Back over to Elston Jones, who's newly into the game. Back over to Moore. Moore from three. No good. Fight for the rebound finally brought down by Texas A&M International. All just kind of hung there after that three-point shot. Long shot inside the three-point line is up and good by D'Amico Blue. Big man can shoot, not a three, but just inside the three-point line. And we're back at a 4-4 tie with 15:27 left to go in the first half. Scott Gerard hanging out with Rod Tueller, Utah State basketball on the Aggie Basketball Network. Elston Jones. Back over to Perkins. Perkins to Moore. Down underneath to Jones. Jones has got the room and can't get it up and in.
Now there's a freshman move. Do you see him bring the ball down?
There, yeah. Finish high, big fella.
Yeah, that's right. As big as you are.
Alston Jones has the ball. Looks like it goes off his foot. And we got ourselves a timeout on the court.
Did that quite a bit last year in high school, don't you think?
Yeah, he did. Played to say, and usually was able to get the bucket.
That's exactly right.
Perry will inbound underneath his own basketball. It looks like Pierre. Ball is stolen at midcourt by Texas A&M International. McGlaston tries to get the block. Shot is missed in the block. Rebound, Texas A&M International. Up and blocked again, and they're going to say a goaltend.
Baskin got that block. That was a good hustle.
D'Amico Blue was down, and D'Amico Blue is still down. He's walking it off now, but D'Amico Blue got the offensive rebound, put the shot up, kind of a lazy shot. McGlaston swiped it away, but they said no go. And so Utah State trails in this game now 6-4 to Texas A&M International. Bolton, Henry Bolton, 6'3", 190-pound freshman from Avon Park, Florida, was played high school actually in Rhode Island. He's an Army brat. His mom was in the Navy. In fact, a funny story about the recruiting of him I'll share with you a little bit later on. Jalen Moore is going to get over to Bolton. They really want Bolton to be the backup point guard. They really want him to embrace this role. Just haven't been able to do it yet. He's still young. He'll get there. McGlaston being met hard. He's going to try to drive and forces his way towards the bucket and picks up a foul. It's one of those where you just have to create something for yourself.
Yeah, he's just going to make something happen. He and Moore are the two experienced kids that are trying to force their way a little bit with 3 freshmen helping them. We got 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores in there right now. That's pretty young.
Inbound underneath their own basket. They're going to look for McGlaston, who some of the coaches feel is probably the best just overall playmaker. When an offense breaks down, he can get something done.
He can get it done.
Perry over to McGlaston, to Moore on the right wing, who has been very patient offensively. Tries the underhanded scoop on the reverse. Can't get it to fall, but he's going to go to the free throw line. There you saw the athleticism.
Yeah, he got the angle, got away from the basket just a little bit. Nice move, though, initially.
So Jalen Moore is going to attempt a couple free throws for his first 2 points. And into the game now is going to come Trace Curtin. 6'4", 185-pound junior college transfer from Sinclair Community College.
Well,
and he's going to come in for McGlaston here.
That makes about 9, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty good in the first 5-10 minutes.
The officials coming over and giving a look. Yeah. When you hit that horn when I tell you to hit that horn. It's first night for everybody.
That's right. Everybody's learning, and David Hall knows what he's talking about.
You don't want to get on his bad side.
No.
David Hall coming over and have
a nice little chat.
A little chat, that's all. Constructive criticism. All right, Jalen Moore's looking for his first points, and he's got it. Hits the free throw. 6-5 is our score, with Texas A&M International with a 1-point lead with 14:11 left to go here in the first half. Scott Jordan brought to you Aggie basketball here on the Aggie Radio Network. Jalen Moore looking to tie this thing up at 6 apiece. Shot is up, and it is good. Curtin's kind of an interesting cat for Utah State. Kind of a late signing. The Utah State, they didn't feel like they had a really good chance to evaluate him. Struggled a little bit in camp, but they certainly like his upside. Driving the lane is Texas A&M International. Shot down in the low blocks, up and no good. And they're going to bring it back out and try to reset the offense. Again, shot from the baseline, up no good once again. Crashing the boards, number 1, Lamar Britton. And Britton has the ball go off his hands out of bounds.
Right now, Scott, the shooting percentage between both teams is not very high.
No, it is not. We have not seen statistics on what that is, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's rather porous.
Yes. And it's October 31st, you can tell.
Yeah, it is. 13:50 left to go. We're all tied up at 6 apiece. Utah State, Texas A&M International. Snagged a foul on Texas A&M International. It's going to send Utah State, who is, with 13:50 minutes left to go, is already in the penalty.
Already. Okay, they're having a hard time keeping up with our speed.
They really are. All right, so going to the free throw line is Curtin looking for his first points as an Aggie, and ball rattles around off the rim. So Texas A&M going the other way. Alston, who has not yet subbed out of this ball game, brings the ball down the court. You can tell he's a real playmaker.
Yeah, he's the man.
He's picked up by Bolton. Bolton picks him up. Turnaround jumper from just inside the three-point line. Not good. Bolton skies high for the
nice
rebound. Goes
There's
way down to Perry.
For.
Perry's got the fast break shot, but it's up and blocked, but they're going to get a foul on Texas A&M International. Utah State, boy, really aggressive transition.
I like that. That's what, you look at the size of that team out there, their athletic ability, they better get pushing the ball up the court.
Bolton throwing the touchdown pass to Perry. Perry was one-on-one, tried to finish, couldn't get it to go, but did draw the foul. And you love that guy that, if you can't finish, at least get to the free throw line.
Get the foul, that's for sure. There he goes.
So Perry drops it. 7-6 our score. Utah State leading by 1. 13:28 left to go. First half action. Has one more. Again, if you're looking for aesthetically pleasing basketball. This might not be your game right now.
No.
But we're all learning lessons here. Rattles that one home. 8-6 is our score. Utah State leading by 2 with 13:28 left to go here in the first half. Alston picked up by Bolton. Henry Bolton. Working around the horn is Texas A&M International. Pretty methodical with what they do in offense, trying to get it down into the low post. They do, and then kick it back out. Back out to Alston. Alston tries to reset his postman. Can't do it. Then back out top. And here comes a long three-point from their right wing. Rattles out and no good, but an offensive rebound is pulled down by Texas A&M International. Alston wants to create for himself, then finds his man, Faree tries to get up and drop it. Offensive foul going the other way. Excuse me, not Faree. That's D'Amico Blue, number 55. If we mess up on some of the numbers and names of Texas A&M International, you're going to have to give us a hint. They got us a roster about 15 minutes before the start of the game. So.
And wouldn't take their jackets off so we could get acquainted with them either.
We didn't know their starters until they gave them to Rob Flicker, and he introduced them in the starting lineups. Henry Bolton, number 20, true freshman. You have 2 true freshmen on the court for Utah State, and you're going to see a lot of them this year. Over to Elston Jones, the big man, and they're going to work it around the three-point line. Over to Moore. Moore sets a pick for Perry. Back to Moore. Right wing, he wants to drive. It is up, and it is good. Sweet is that.
That's a nice move.
Just a beautifully athletic play. Low blocks to Faree. Faree off the iron, up and good, and they're going to count it. Count it in the foul. Cuts the lead to 10-8 with the free throw line left to come. Jamie Faree got nice post position, was able to lay that thing up and in, draw the foul, and we're going to see another substitution coming in for Utah State. This is a guy you want to keep an eye on. Connor Fry checking into the ball game, number 11. Played junior college at Northwest College in Powell, Wyoming. Played 1 year. He's from Bountiful High School. Went to JC, then went on a 2-year mission. Comes back, walks on at Utah State, and he has been blowing the staff away with how well he's played in camp.
That's a great story.
Really like what this kid can do, and they think he's going to have a bright future here at Utah State in his sophomore season.
So he comes in with 3 years left instead of 2 like a regular JUCO.
12-18 left to go. Utah State leads by 1, 10-9. And Perry, the true freshman, working over to Fry. Fry out right wing. Back over to Elston Jones. Elston Jones, nice passing here for Utah State. Then a little bit of a curtain over to Elston. Elston wants to drive, then kicks it back out. Bolton shooting for 3, way off there. But you're right, Elston Jones had the lane. You got to finish, big fella.
He's playing a little too far away from the basket for me right now. He's the biggest guy on the floor.
He's got to pick up a man. He doesn't. He gets the foul. So not a great sequence.
That's still on him, isn't it?
Yeah. As Elston Jones passes up on a nice shot, kicks it back out, which leads to a missed 3, and then a defensive breakdown, and he's forced to foul. And Utah State will go to our second media timeout, up by just 1, 10-9, with 11:47 left to go in the first half. Utah State basketball rolls on next. All-around legend, Ron Tueller, hanging out with us.
Just been here a long time, Scott, and enjoyed every minute of it.
10-9's our score. Utah State leading by 1. You know, it's kind of an ugly, choppy game.
Yeah.
You expect sooner or later Utah State's going to take control of this thing. But
I'm quite entertained because I'm quite impressed with the poise of these freshmen.
Yeah.
They're moving the ball. They're trying really hard to run the system and not be that individual player that they were in high school. And some very good athletic ability, but there's just no team cohesiveness.
Yeah.
We saw one great individual athletic move by Jalen Moore, and you see that a little bit. But when this team gets together and gets a little more fluidity, they're going to be pretty effective.
Elston Jones in the low blocks picked up, I believe, his second foul. In fact, yes, his second foul. Alston puts the free throw up. Anthony Alston, number 3. Really good player for Texas A&M International. Hits his first free throw, and he's one free throw away from giving Texas A&M International the lead. And he does just that. 11-10, Texas A&M International, with 11:47 left to go in the first half. Back into the ball games. Darius Perkins running the point for Utah State.
Yeah.
Over to Curtin up top right wing. Back to Elston Jones. That offense kind of goes through that big man outside the three-point line. Over to Connor Fry. Connor Fry thinks about driving. Then he's going to pick up his dribble. Hand off to Perkins. Perkins wants to drive. Shot up in the traffic. No good. Fight for the rebound. Up and out of bounds. And that's going to go off a Texas A&M International player. David Collette with his 2 fouls is going to check in for Elston Jones. And JoJo McGlaston set to check in as well. He's going to spell Curtin.
It looks like we're getting our starters back in there just a little bit. We're down just 2 now with Moore and JoJo.
I think, Stu Morrill's probably thinking, all right, let's see if we can put some space between us and this other team.
There we go.
Beautiful play, inbounds play, finding Connor Fry.
There's your man.
On the baseline, puts the shot up and good. About a 10-foot jumper. Gives Utah State the lead back at 13-11. Faree picked up by Collette. Over to a man on the left wing. Alex Smith puts a shot up and good.
Looks like everybody's loosening up here a little bit.
Could be an interesting. David Horst, number 11, actually, was the guy for the shot. I'm thinking Alex Smith, the quarterback.
Yeah.
At number 11. It's tripping me up. Alston on the steal. Anthony Alston works it over to a player, and it's stolen away. JoJo McGlaston going the other way. He's got a 2-on-2. Puts a shot up. No good, but the rebound tipped up. Can't get it to fall as Connor Fry finally goes out of bounds, and Aggies will regain possession. A lot of transition opportunities. Utah State can't cash in on.
I would like to see the ball move a little bit with 2 of them there. Give it away, get it back, and a little bit of passing on the break.
I'm looking at the wrong scoreboard. It's actually,
I think it is 12-13.
I do. I think you're right, too.
They've
got it at
we're
13
breaking
all.
in a new bunch. I don't recognize a lot of guys down there, so
get that thing figured out.
We're finding a lot of new ones.
Hey, it's an exhibition for everybody. Yeah. Stu Merle walks over. Can anybody tell me what the score is?
We got an official scorebook.
I don't
that
know.
would help.
And that's the problem, too. I should be keeping better score, too. I'm not exactly sure what we're looking at either. It actually is Utah State 12, Texas A&M International 13.
Yeah, I think that's the correct score.
Yeah. In fact, this is how honest this Utah State coaching staff is. They're going to stop the game like, hey, you know what?
Hey, we got one too many.
We got to dial it back a little bit here. These are all teaching moments here. All right, so here we go. Connor Fry still in the ballgame for Utah State. They're going to inbound it deep to Collette. Collette to JoJo McGlaston back in the ballgame. Finds Julian Perry. Nice pass to Collette. He's going to draw the foul. And that's a true freshman with a heads-up pass.
Nice. That was that extra pass I'm talking about. It was a nice move. I'd like to see Collette go up to use the board a little bit. Could have got that shot off.
So David Collette's, that's an interesting point, too. Those are coaching moments about how to finish there in situations like that.
We're talking about the young freshman keeping the ball up high. Yeah. This needs to be a little quicker shot. Glad to see him shoot a foul pitch, too. That's a good shot.
David Collette hits the free throw and ties the game up at 13 apiece, I believe. Don't quote me on that score yet.
Well, you got 4 choices. We got 4 scoreboards. You take
exactly. And each one has a different one.
I know it.
Pick the one you like.
That's the way we were a minute ago.
14-13 is our score. Utah State leading by 1. 10:28 left to go here in the first half. Anthony Alston's gone all the entire first half. Has not been spilled yet. Long 3-point shot from the right wing is no good. Nice rebound from Darius Perkins. Big point guard can also rebound. Averaged about 4 a game in junior college. Over to Perry Jones for 3. No good, but he's fouled. Julian Perry.
Yeah,
not pulling Baylor players now.
You can get away with that, Scott. Nobody else knows his name either, but in a little
exactly.
while they will.
Well, the way he's playing, they're going to figure out his name pretty quickly.
Yeah, I like his play so far. He's playing very well for a freshman.
Julian Perry from the right wing missed the shot, but he's going to get himself 3 free throws. Good kid, good athletic player. One thing they really liked about him is that his high school, in talking to members of the coaches, the high school he ran in Texas was the same offensive system they're trying to implement here at Utah State.
Very good.
Really a kind of a drive and kick, so he's an aggressive player, and the transition for him has actually been as good, if not better, than some of the junior college players he brought in.
He looks comfortable in the system right now, doesn't he?
All right, made both free throws, and he makes his third. Extends that lead for Utah State to 17-13. Utah State with their biggest lead of the game, leading by 4 with 10:09 left to go here in the first half. Sky Gerard, Rod Tueller, Al Lewis sitting on a beach in Waikiki, sipping from a virgin daiquiri.
That's right, having a good time. But he better go to work tomorrow night.
Are you considering purchasing, selling, or building a new home, or refinancing an existing mortgage? When making the hotline freaked out, I lost the signal.
Oh, okay. Coach and I were on fire there.
Yeah, I hope we didn't miss any of that.
Title has combined with local professional realtors, reputable lenders, and
We're ready to
reliable
come
builders.
back whenever.
You make the choice. Located at the corner of Center and Main, choose Northern Title. You there, Scott?
Yep, ready whenever you are.
On your vehicle will show your Aggie pride and get them. Your $25 donation will go to USU scholarships through the Alumni Association. When you buy a new vehicle, ask for Aggie points, or anytime you'd like them. Go to a DMV license plate division.
Bill, I'm hearing you, buddy.
In your area.
Smith Spectrum, apologize for the technical glitch. Utah State leading by 4, 17-13. If you missed it, a couple, 3 free throws on a missed three-point shot, or on a foul on a three-point shot from Julian Perry. And he hits all 3, gives Utah State the 17-13 lead. Since then, Utah State's got the ball off of a offensive foul on an illegal screen. So that's where we're at right now, as Utah State's got the ball.
And timeout on the floor right now, trying to get some things straightened in the play-by-play. The referees are having a hard night getting everybody correlated here. So we're right on top of it now with the score, I think accurately 17-13 Aggies over Texas A&M International.
Yeah, no Johnny football out here. It's not Texas A&M, just Texas A&M International.
Ran into a few people around town that says, boy, how did we get a game like that so early? I says, well,
let's maybe dial that back a little bit.
Yeah.
Texas A&M International, the Dust Devils from Laredo, Texas. You ever been to Laredo?
I have not been to Laredo to my knowledge. I could have gone through there not knowing it.
Honestly, if somebody would have pointed a map in Texas and tell me where Laredo is, I'd have no idea. Utah State, it's been a choppy first half, but I think you're starting to see a team start to get a little bit in their groove.
Yeah, the athletic ability is taking over. I'll tell you one thing that has been consistent, Scott, has been our defense. We are staying in front of them. We're not giving up anything easy, battling on the boards. I think that's the one thing Stu really wants to see. Everybody down in their position playing defense.
All right, so Utah State set to inbound about 2 feet away from where Coach and I sit, as Connor Fry hits it over to Darius Perkins. Chris Smith, number 34, is going to check in on the next dead ball. Connor Fry, he's played well in this first half. Works it over to Smith. Smith to pull up. Throw down, big fella.
First good screen, a high back pick, and open up Colette down underneath, and Carrington found him.
Can't draw it up much better than that. 19-13 our score. 9:39 left to go in the first half. A near steal by Colette.
Be careful, Colette. He doesn't want to get his third.
David Horst. Horst picks up his dribble. Picked up over to Alston. Alston right wing. Down underneath to Faree. Faree wants to work the block. Back out to Alston. Clock down to 10 seconds. Back to Faree. Back to Alston. Alston thinks about the 3, then kicks it back to Faree. They're dead set on getting that post shot, and they can't get it. Faree puts it up, and no good. And Utah State in transition going the other way. McGlaston thinks about pulling it up. Loses the handle. Back over to Fry. Fry back over to McGlaston. Scott Goes over his head, can't drill it in, and it goes out of bounds. Utah State on the turnover.
Nice idea because it was open, but he put a little too much mustard on it.
A lot of give and go. You like what they're doing. It just isn't clicking right now. Julian Perry takes a seat on the bench. And by the way,
a nice effort in there, didn't you think?
Nice stretch from that young man. Absolutely. 19-13 our score. 9:05 left to go. First half action. Utah State leading Texas A&M International by 6.
Now we got everybody, all our starters except Fry is in for more.
Yep. So here we go. Number 1, Lamar Britton, actually spelling Alston for the first time. Alston takes a seat. Kind of a double dribble by us. They let him get away with it. Yeah, Britton wants to drive the lane. They can't finish at the basket either. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to give it back to Texas A&M International. Lamar Britton tried to drive the lane and try to use a little English to try to get that thing to fall. It wouldn't go for him. And look who's stepping into the game. Our young man, number 1, Vico Nomaaya.
Very good. That's him. I'll tell you, he can warm it up. He can shoot it. He's an offensive player, really.
Yeah.
Got an offensive mindset.
Got a little swagger to him.
Yes, he does. Out of Vegas.
So Nomaaya is going to pick up Britton. Britton wants to drive the lane. Shot is up and good. So they go after the young man right out of the gate.
He got no help.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to help.
Lamar Britton gets him. Vico's going to pick up the point. He's picked up by Britton. David Collette hits the court. Not sure what happened there. Coaches aren't happy.
It was a flop.
McGlaston wants to drive the right wing back over to Collette. Collette's going to take the 3. Got it. Connor Fry. Excuse me. Connor Fry, the walk-on from Bountiful, drills the 3. Here comes Britton, who comes trucking through the lane, runs over Vico, and they're going to get him for the offensive foul. Connor Fry, I'm telling you, the coaches love what he's brought to the table. And you're seeing it out here on the court.
Good poise. 2 nice shots under control.
Connor Fry shot 35% from three-point line in his first year as a JC player at Northwest College in Powell, Wyoming, and had the three-point shot there. 22-15 our score. Utah State leading by 7 with 8:16 left to go in the first half. Vico picked up by number 3, Anthony Alston, who's back in the ball game. Boy, that's a small rest for him. Over to McGlaston. McGlaston again wants to drive. Thinks about kicking to Vico, but he's going to pull up on the jumper air ball, and Texas A&M's going the other way. David Horse wants to go course to course, kicks over to Faree. Faree misses the layup. That guy can't shoot a layup for the sake of life. Connor Fry's got the rebound. It's 3-on-1. Connor Fry, pull-up jumper, no good. Can't get it to fall. Battle for the rebound. He's got his own board. Blocked on the shot, putting it back up, and here comes Texas A&M the other way. 2-on-1. Alston wants to keep it, and he puts it up and good. Actually, Montrese McKnight, number 23, is the guy. And 22-17 after a very hurried style of play there over the last minute or so.
Second nice break we've had. The ball hasn't moved quite enough. We've got to get the ball moving.
All right. Vico to Fry. Fry back over to McGlaston. McGlaston thinks about driving, and he's got his pocket pick, but Collette's there to pick it up off the court.
11 on a hook.
Yep. And Jalen Moore is going to check back into the ball game, and I believe he's going to come in for Connor Fry, who that young man deserves a rest. Timeout on the floor. So Jalen Moore is going to spell Connor Fry, who comes over and taking a big gulps of air, and he deserved every little bit of rest he's going to get.
He hasn't played that hard for a few years.
22-17 our score. Utah State leading by 5. 7-11 left to go. First half action. Aggie basketball for 3 minutes. 26-17 our score. Utah State by 9 with 6:05 left to go in the first half. Chris Smith, who started this game over to Jalen Moore. Jalen Moore kicks it back over to McGlaston. Corner 3,
that's
up and good by Vico. Knock it down, big fella.
I think he's given the team a little bit of stability. I think his experience has grown a little bit. 29-17. Biggest lead for Utah State at 12 with 5:40 left to go. Driving the lane up and good. Nice shot.
As number 10, Vidal Fennell knocks it in.
A new one. He hasn't been in long.
Vico hit a 3 on that last possession. And Moore to Smith. Down low, trying to find McGlaston cutting to the basket. It's picked up by Vico. Vico kicks out to Moore for 3. No, missed it. Elston tries to tap it out, but it's corralled by Alston. Alston's going the other way quickly. He doesn't have numbers, so he's going to pull up for a long jumper. Misses it, and Chris Smith is going to go deep the other way to McGlaston. McGlaston corrals it. Kicks it back over, but it's stolen away. And here comes Texas A&M. Stu Morrill's not going to be pleased with this sequence. Like Alston for three, tries to kick it out for three. Again, turnover, but corralled by Texas A&M. Shoots the three up and good.
Little Jim Rat ball right now.
Patrick Carlson hits the right wing three. Not the kind of sequence you like. That's just street ball there. And while they may be kind of letting the reins loose a little bit offensively, that's never any good.
Well,
never.
The defense breaks down. I mean, you've got to be able to still run and gun a little bit, but you got to go back and sit on your hunches.
Jalen Moore kicks over to Vico. Vico thinks about the three. Back to Moore on the right wing. Moore gets to the lane, can't get it up and good. He misses it off the front iron. And here comes Texas A&M. They've got numbers, 2-on-1, up and no good. Carlson misses it. But right there is Alston, and Alston off the rebound puts it up and good. And so just like that, Utah State led by 12, and now it's down to 5. A 7-0 run by Texas A&M International, and we got a timeout on the court. 29-24 is our score. We'll go ahead and keep it here.
Stu has got a philosophy. You've got to stay within that and get it done. And that philosophy really ends up down here on the defensive end. Recover, for heaven's sake. We've had 3 or 4 players get stuck in the middle of the court. They're not all the way down here on offense, as illustrated by the errant pass that was thrown back into one of them. We could have had an Aggie right there to take that. Get down here, nobody to help Vico, so we got about 4 guys playing the center court.
Julian Perry checks into the ball game, so your backcourt consists of he
and
Vico.
Smith? Yep.
I believe so, yeah. Chris Smith checking out of the ball game. Vico still running the point, looking for Perry on the wing, then kicks it back over, and Vico wants to drive. Kicks over to Moore, Moore to McGlaston. McGlaston still working, back to Vico, over to Moore. Moore's going to shoot the right wing three, and misses it. Moore can't get that ball to fall.
He's not having one of his better nights.
Transition the other way. Corner three for Texas A&M International is long. And here comes Julian Perry with the rebound. Back to Vico, and he slows it down. 3:42 left to go, first half. Utah State at one point led by 12. That lead's been cut down to 5, 29-24. Perry. Colette's back in the ballgame as well. He's spelling Elston Jones. McGlaston on the right wing. McGlaston back to Perry. Perry still up top outside the three-point line. Over to Colette. Colette pump fakes. Back to Vico. Vico with 7 seconds on the clock. And we've got a foul.
Moore on a 3-point.
And a
second violation. Amazing call.
I'm about ready to lose my mind on this thing. Hey, we're here, Bill.
I think that's what happened to us last time.
I don't know if he can hear. Utah State leading 29-24, 5-point lead here in the first half. Scott Gerard hanging out with us.
These stats a little bit, Scott. We got the Aggies again, abysmal 25%, 6 for 24 from the field. We are shooting over 93 or 94% from the free throw line, 15 of 16. On the other hand, Texas International is playing at a rate of 38% from the field, and only 60%, only 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Getting out rebounded, Scott, big stat, 20 to 16.
Yeah.
Now that's something that Coach Morrill had something to talk about at halftime there.
Well, you know, there's some size issues here, and it's going to be a recurring theme throughout the season. You know, when you kind of go with that smaller lineup, and you've got, you know, a guy that probably should be a 3 playing the 4 and a 4 playing the 5, you're going to have some problems.
And I think that's one thing right there you're seeing on that two nice 3-point shots that Moore's had that he hasn't hit. He's probably not been looking at that shot very much in practice playing a 4. And, playing a 3, he'd be looking at that a lot more. So we'll see what's going to transpire here. Leading rebounders on the field, they're on the floor. Anthony Alston, interesting enough, is the leading rebounder at 7. Woo! That's big time. And we got about 4 Aggies with 2 each. Bray, Perry, who else we got there? Moore and Perkins.
Yeah. Is that probably your biggest takeaway from this? Rebounding?
Yeah, biggest. That and the field goal shooting percentage. And David Collette, 0 rebounds.
Yeah. Not great for your big man. Checking into the ball game, number 5, Jordan Lopez running the point for Texas A&M International. They've got the ball. They're down 5. And up top, back to the right wing. Drive, shot up, no good, foul. Offensive foul is going to go against Texas A&M International, Montrese McKnight. And again, they've tried to crash that lane, and more often than not, Utah State's made them pay for that. So here comes Julian Perry, who's had a very nice first half for Utah State. Inbounding it to Fry. And a little bit of press here from Texas A&M International.
One guy covering 2 of ours. We couldn't get it in. What's going on here?
That's what we call a heck of a defense.
Well, those 2 guys look like the Siamese twins glued together.
Fry's down low, but the ball goes off the hands of Julian Perry. Nice pass. Nice thought. Just couldn't execute.
He's got his football eligibility. I've seen him throw the ball good and hard twice.
He can play quarterback for Utah State.
He's number 6, I think.
There you go. You take a little mustard off that, though. He had that thing humming.
Yeah. Both of them had zip.
29-24, 5-point lead. Utah State turns the ball over, so Texas A&M going the other way. Alston works it back over to Lopez. Lopez, the left wing. Up top, outside the 3-point line, looking to drive. Can't find a man. Up top, over to the left wing. Again, Texas A&M very patient offensively. Can't find their man in the post, though. Finally, a kick-out man from the free throw line misses the shot. That was number 10, Vidal Fennell, who can't get it to fall. And here comes Perkins going the other way. Perkins to Moore. Moore to Collette. Fry. Fry back to Perkins, who wants a straightaway 3. Rims out, no good. Not a great shot. Straightaway 3s, struggle with those sometimes. Lopez puts the foot on the gas, gets in the lane, turns the ball over. Here comes Moore, and it's going to be a giveaway to Perkins. Perkins lays it up to Moore off the backboard, and Moore throws it home.
Nice point guard play.
31-24.
Feed the beast. Give the big guy a little chance.
Using the backboard as an assist man.
Yeah,
lays it off the backboard, Moore throws it home. 31-24, gets the biggest response from the crowd here at the Spectrum. What a beautiful play. Low block for Texas A&M International. Lopez wants to crank a 3, rattles around, misses. Moore with the rebound. Let's see if that dunk energizes this team. Here comes Perkins, drives the lane, shot up, good. Darius Perkins, he's feeling it right now, 33-24. Utah State on a 4-0 run to push this lead back to 9. And we've got a foul. Timeout. Timeout, Texas A&M International at 30. We'll go ahead and keep it right here, Coach. But, sometimes in the course of a game, there's those emotional plays that happen, and all of a sudden it just sparks the team, and off they go.
Yeah, no question. That dunk helped, that rebound, the outlet. Now, nice pull-up jumper by Darius. Like a point guard on the play, rather than that bad shot that he took just the time before.
Yeah. 1:02 left to go here in the first half. Utah State's got a 9-point lead, 33-24. At the half, we'll get an update from Al Lewis, who might be stuck in a terminal at SeaTac, trying to get out of Seattle. Get an update from him on the basketball team, or the football team, and what they're dealing with. A little bit of travel issues yesterday, and of course, the airplane with the crew and maybe some of the other, not necessarily the football team, but some of the support staff apparently got stuck in Seattle today, so we'll see what's going on with those guys. But
yeah, we hope we get everything put together so they can get that game started tomorrow night.
Need to get that win.
Yeah, it's a big one, number 6. That's turned big in the football arena now, isn't it?
Set to check in for the first time, Sam Orchard. Here's another kid who is a redshirt freshman. Played obviously his redshirt year at Utah State, didn't play, but he's set to check in on the next dead ball. Pass in the post, stolen away by Collette. Collette trying to run a one-man fast break, and he gets it done. Lays it up and in, and Utah State on a 6-0 run, and this crowd is hopping here at the Spectrum.
Yeah, that's a good couple of minutes right there. Good finish for the half.
Who needs a point guard when you got David Collette running the show? My goodness. So here comes Alston, picked up by Perkins. Alston finally gives it up on the right wing or left wing. Shot up in a crazy shot. They bail him out on that one.
That's the third foul too.
Yeah, Colette's trying to get that thing. That's got to be frustrating as a coach when a player just kind of is out of control, just kind of throws it up, and they give him one.
He was giving everything he could, but he had his hands up trying to avoid it all. Called by David Hall. David knows his business.
You know, I was told though, if I'm going to fill in for Al, I got to scream at the officials at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, at least that would be a reduction to what we're used to. Al does a great job.
Good job.
He knows them all, and they know him. And he makes calls, corrects the stats, does it all.
D'Amico Blue makes the first free throw. He's going to shoot another one. Smith down to McGlaston. McGlaston's got a man in the block. He's going to kick it out. Back to Moore on the left wing. Moore back to Smith. Utah State being patient offensively. Gets a screen from Moore. Moore pump fakes, shot up, and good. Beautiful. Pump fake, crossover, pull up, boom.
Yeah, nice
feet. No big deal.
Nice jump shooter. He can do that very well.
42-26, 17-20 left to go. Second half. Utah State trying to pull away, leading by 16. Patrick Carlson. Turnaround jumper, right wing, up, no good. Shot up by Fidel. Can't get it to fall. Battle for the ball down in the paint. They're going to go jump ball. Possession arrows to Utah State. And so the Aggies are going to have it going the other way.
The big man on the floor scoring-wise is, of course, David Colette. I think he's up to about 12 right now.
Yeah. Stat monitor's not working here, so we're doing this thing on the fly. So Utah State's got possession. Texas A&M, for a second, like they're going to show a little bit of a
little pressure here.
Full-court press. Marco Blues checking into the game. He's a beast in the paint. Jamie Faree into the game as well. So Alston picks up Perkins. A little bit of token pressure there. Nothing.
Just
McGlaston left wing gets a screen from Colette, but they're going to kick it over to McGlaston, Perkins, who shoots a 3. Can't get it to go. Texas A&M quickly going the other way with Alston. Alston wants to drive. He's not looking for a shot. He's a facilitator. He's going to crank that 3 from the corner, though, and he's going to get it. So just as soon as I said that he's a facilitator, he takes his 3, hits his first 3 of the game.
He's a player for him, don't you think?
He is. Really good player. 42
rebound, handle it, shoots it.
42-29 our score, 16-25. Let's go in the second round. How about that lane? Oh, and a big hit. As Chris Smith drived the paint from the left wing, ran into the big fella. Both of them took a tumble.
Blue kind of went under him and took his legs out.
D'Amico Blue gets the foul. And Chris Smith's going to go to the free throw line, showing a lot of toughness there because that was a nasty hit, especially when you land on your back like that.
Yeah, that's injury time potential.
Chris Smith shakes it off, gets to the free throw line with a chance to extend Utah's lead back to 15. Smith perfect from the free throw line, and I jinxed him. That's on me, folks. That's on me.
Good defense, Scott.
I'll own that one. Right when he's in the middle of the shot, and I say he's perfect from the free throw line, he clanks it off the back iron. You can follow me on Twitter at ScottyG12, and you can let me know how much I screwed up there. Chris Smith shooting a second free throw. I got to get Al Lewis on Twitter. What's it going to take to make that happen?
I don't know. He doesn't have time. He's working.
All right, Chris Smith does hit a second free throw. Extends that lead to 14 points, and he's going to check out of the ball game. And our boy, Julian Perry, checks into the game.
Yeah, I think he's earned that first sub in, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I agree with that. Alston up to the timeline, looking for Vidal Fennell on the right wing. Loses the handle on it.
He had a steal. Wasn't ready.
Yeah. Alston gets a handle back to Fennell. Fennell works it back to the left wing. A shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's up and good.
That's the number 10.
Vidal Fennell's going to get credit for that tip in off the offensive rebound. And again, offensive boards giving Utah State some fits in this game. 42-31. Our score, Utah State up by 11 with 15:53 left to go. Perry wants to drive back over to Colette. Colette shot from the base or from the free throw line up and good. David Colette's feeling it. You can really tell how good this kid's going to be.
He's smooth if we can give him some space.
Alston has the ball stripped away. Here comes JoJo. Showtime. Throw it down. JoJo McGlaston off the steal from an Anthony Alston pass. He goes coast to coast, throws it down. May have left his feet a little early there, Coach.
Yeah, it was a little harder dunk than it looked.
Right. You get that a little bit more. The level of difficulty was a level it didn't need to be at, but he still gets the dunk. Shot up and good by Fidel, and they're going to count the foul.
And that's number 4 on Colette. That's a big foul.
Fidel crashing the boards, or crashing the lane, puts the shot up, it drops, and he draws the foul with Colette. Colette's going to have to spend a big chunk of the second half sitting on the bench. 47-30. Can't find anybody.
Oh, he's open.
Over to Curtin. Curtin to Moore. Moore cross court to Smith. Smith is going to drive. Is he going to kick out? Nope. He's going to keep it. Dishes it down low. Shot up and no good, but he's fouled. Referee screened me away. I didn't see exactly who put that shot up for Utah State.
That's Alston Jones.
So let's see how the big man shoots free throws. Elston Jones, 6'4", 240-pound freshman from Goodyear, Arizona.
Again, he's having a little bit. There's some good drills. A drill that probably a name not many people know, and that's a George Mikan drill.
Oh yeah, George Mikan for sure.
Yeah, Mikan, the old. That's
Long Laker.
Long Laker, great. That's when the Minneapolis Lakers.
Yeah, that's right. Not Los Angeles.
No sir, but a Laker all the same.
It's a guy. Great story about he when he passed away. Not a lot of money. He didn't play in the league when there was a lot of money being thrown out. Shaquille O'Neal paid for all funeral expenses.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. What a great story.
Elston Jones misses the second, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. And here comes the Dust Devils down 7. Corner 3 instead. They're going to keep it. Shot up, no good. As they fake the shot, David Horst fakes the shot and then tried to drive but couldn't finish.
Fouled Jones again. That might not be bad. Oh, it's not 1-on-1 yet.
Yeah. Texas A&M International, they can get to the rim. They just can't finish.
Yeah.
They're going to be a dangerous team in their Division II conference if they're able to find a way to knock that ball in from about inside 5 feet. So here comes Bolton, Henry Bolton, not Michael Bolton. Jalen Moore over to Curtin. Curtin over to Glaston. He's going to drive, shot up, and they're going to give it to him. No, and that's Chris Smith, by the way.
That was a nice move by Chris.
That was a nice move.
Yeah, nice, quick first step.
So not the NBA. They're not going to give him the bucket. Jalen Moore is going to inbound. Actually, Chris Smith will inbound underneath the basket. Jalen Moore on top left wing. This is the time you want Jalen Moore to try to take over this game too, don't you think?
Yeah, but he's kind of.
Elston Jones' pass is stolen away by Horst. Horst has got numbers, and he's going to kick it back. Horst back over to Alston picked up by Bolton. Bolton loses the handle, and they're going to call the foul. Or excuse me, Alston loses the handle. They're going to call the foul. And they're going to get Elston Jones, who's got his 3rd foul. And into the game comes Connor Fry. So Utah State's going to have to go small ball here with Connor Fry checking into the ball game, which means, as we talked about the first half, Jalen Moore has to slip down to that position. Utah State leading 47-40. We've been stuck on that score for quite some time. 12-17 left to go. Utah State had a 15-point lead, and then Texas A&M International just whittled away. Anthony Alston picked up by Bolton. Alston back up top to Horst. Horst down low to Blue. Blue has a layup. Good. Nope, they called it for a travel.
Yeah, the bunny hop. Boom, boom, before he went up.
Had position, laid it up and in. Thought he got the end one, but instead they got the big man for the travel. DeMarco Blue turns it over. So here comes Henry Bolton going the other way. Utah State leading 47-40. 12 minutes exactly left to go in the ball game. First exhibition game for the Utah State basketball team. Curtin loses the handle, and they're going to bail him out on a foul.
Wowie.
As he was dishing that off and then crashed in the lane. And they've got the foul against Texas A&M International, which is in the penalty. So Trace Curtin, when we come back, will be shooting free throws in a 1-and-1. You're listening to Utah State basketball. 47-40 is our score. Utah State basketball on the Aggie Radio Network. rebound category is taking over the rebounding lead with 11:53 left to go here in the second half. 29-26, the rebounding advantage for Utah State. But Coach, you and I were discussing this during the break. Shooting not good for Utah State.
33% this half and 34% for last half. That's just really below average shooting right now. But they are cranking up the free throws at an 80% clip, which is good. So.
Good. Yeah, good news for Utah State. They are getting to the free throw line, and Trace Kierton, the junior college transfer, goes to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Trace Kierton, 6'4", 185-pound player from Indianapolis, Indiana, played at Sinclair Community College. He was conference most improved player last year. Averaged 16-6 last year for Sinclair College. Do not ask me where Sinclair College is.
I don't know. I would think it would be in Wyoming. You know where Sinclair, Wyoming is? On I-80. Just a mile or two outside of Little America.
See, there you go. See, that's the kind of stuff you get on this broadcast.
I'll tell you, we know it, especially Wyoming.
So Kierton's got his first points as an Aggie, drops in a free throw. He'll have one more. Utah State pushes that lead back out to 8, 48-40. Scott Gerard filling in for Al Lewis. He'll have the Utah State football game tomorrow, along many of these same radio stations.
It's a nice touch.
Nice stroke on the two free throws.
That's nice.
2 for 2, 49-40. Utah State kind of snaps that streak that Texas A&M International is on. Pushes that lead back out to 9 with 11:47 and counting left to go, second half action. Trace Kierton defensively can't get the stop, but the shot is up and no good. But on an offensive rebound, brought down by David Horst, he puts, Vidal Fennell puts it up and back in. Offensive boards hurting Utah State. Lead cut back down to 7, 49-42. Henry Bolton still in at point guard. Over to Chris Smith on the right wing. Gets a screen from Connor Fry. Over to Kierton to Moore. Moore wants to drive the paint. Shot up, no good. Can't get it to fall. But the offensive rebound, ripped down, brought down, and score. Trace Kierton, who had struggled. Coaches said he's been kind of struggling early on in camp. Well, boy, he's played well here in the second half, especially in the last minute and a half. 51-42, 9-point lead for Utah State. Down to DeMarco Blue. DeMarco Blue's got position, can't finish. Shot up and good on an offensive rebound by Anthony Alston from the right wing. Kid's got a good stroke.
He's the leading scorer on the floor for them, finally in double figures at 11, I think.
You know, I thought that perhaps he wasn't a good shooter because he was trying to dish off the ball so much in the first half, but the kid can shoot, and he's been showing it here in the second half. 51-44, score back to 7-point lead for Utah State. Henry Bolton trying to run the pick and roll back to Moore. Moore thinks about the three from the right wing, then kicks over to Smith. Smith loses the handle, but it's knocked out of bounds because of number 23, Montrese McKnight, stuck his big paw in there and knocked it out of bounds. So Utah State regains possession with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. 10:28 left to go. Second half action. Utah State up by 7, 51-44. Jalen Moore to Bolton. Bolton up top, picked up by Alston. Alston's a good defender, too. Chris Smith on the right wing. Cross-court pass to Kierton. Let's see if he can hit a three. Nope. Can't get it to fall. Fight for the rebound. Finally brought down by Texas A&M International. DeMarco Blue on the board. And a long pass down the court and a foul by Bolton.
I was just going to say Bolton's had a good run, at least time-wise here, and handled the ball pretty well. So the young freshman.
Every time Utah State seems to be ready to kind of run away and hide, Texas A&M International brings it back in.
Well, our inexperience is showing a little bit here right now.
Faree checks in for Blue for Texas A&M. Alston gives the handle, or gives the ball to number 10, who can't seem to get the ball to fall. That's Vidal Fennell. Fennell can't get it to fall, but again, Texas A&M International with the offensive rebound. Ball's down on the court, turnaround jumper up and good. Kind of a layup there by number 22, Terrell Funches. And now the lead's down to 5, 51-46.
Closest they've been.
Henry Bolton, who's been working the point for quite a while. Let's see if Perkins gets back into the ballgame here anytime soon. Over to Kierton. Kierton to Smith. Smith picked up, right wing extended. Smith then goes way over to Kierton. Kierton back to Smith in the low blocks. Let's see if he tries to get up that jumper. He can't get it, but drives low. Can't get the layup to fall. Once again, Utah State can't finish at the rim. Good looks. Ball's just not falling. Right, so here comes Texas A&M International, only down 5, 51-46, 9:15 and counting left to go. Here comes low block to Faree. Faree can't get it to fall, but he's fouled.
Jalen Moore.
Jalen Moore, and that's the 16th foul, so Utah State not in the penalty yet. David Collette with his 4th foul is going to check in this game. He's going to spell Jalen Moore. Henry Bolton checks out as Vico coming into the ball game. Vico Nomaaya checking in to help run that point guard. Darius Perkins still sitting this one out.
That's a little bit of a risk in there with
Vico kind of sparked him in the first half. Maybe they're thinking he can spark him offensively here. Vico picks up Alston. Alston over to Hurst. Hurst back to Alston. Alston trying to pick up Faree, and there's another foul on Utah State. Is that
Fry?
Oh, it's Fry.
Fry hanging on, trying to play some post defense.
But guess what? That does send Texas A&M to the free throw line on a 1-and-1. 17th foul for Texas A&M International.
They could play this down the line right now.
They really
could force it. We got Collette with 4. Got him in a little bit of foul trouble. You're at 1-and-1 on the road.
Probably ought to prepare ourselves for a little bit of drama coming down the stretch here.
I think we're going to have that run like we did at the end of the first half.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. First free throw up and good by William Wise, number 24, checks into the ball game.
Okay, let's see what's going to happen here.
Oh, he missed it. Sorry. Missed the free throw.
Yeah.
All right, here comes Vico going the other way. Vico, 51-46 is our score. 8:53 and counting left to go. Trace Kierton over to Smith. Smith has an easy lane. Finish, big fella. He does. Draws the foul. Gets the layup. Up and good. Chris Smith. Time for him to flex his muscles. He's got too much talent. He needs to take over.
And there was a little display of the athletic ability. A nice bounce-off driving move.
Chris Smith gets a layup up and good, and he's going to go to the free throw line. 8:47 left to go. Chris Smith. Again, you see the athleticism that he and Perkins brings to the table. Puts it up and good. Jalen Moore, that was a quick rest for him. He's about ready to check back into the ball game.
Yeah, he needs to be in the ball game.
He's going to check in for Connor Fry.
Now we got a little bit of a lineup here that can run and go.
So you've got 3 starters into the ball game. Jalen Moore, Chris Smith, and David Collette. Trace Kierton still in the ball game, as well as Vico running the point. Pull up by Hurst. Hurst can't. Oh, it rattles in. Looked like it was going to rattle out. David Horst gets it to fall.
Back down to 5.
Back to 5. 54-49. Just inside the 3-point line. Vico picked up by Lamar Britton.
Oh, don't pick it up there, Vico.
Vico nearly loses the handle. Then it's Kierton. Kierton nearly loses it. And then finally, David Collette snags the ball and says, all right, calm down, big fellas. I got a hold of this.
They're on that aggressive defense right now. We got to space it, move the ball, be patient.
Trying to post up Collette. Collette's got position. Nice turnaround. Get in there. He does. It falls. Nice turnaround.
Nice
in the blocks. Good footwork. It falls. Utah State back up by 7, 56-49. Working that left block. They've really got no answer for them.
Yeah,
isolated.
Not if he'll stay down there.
Yep. Down underneath the DeMarco Blue. Actually, that's Faree, and Faree gets down for the walk.
He got called for a walk.
So Jamie Faree trying to work down into.
It's different.
That's a good point. I don't know how they
work on that and see.
I'll see how they do it.
Yeah, well.
So Vico still running the point for Utah State. They lead by 7, have the ball, moving left to right across your radio dial. Jalen Moore trying to post up Collette, can't get it to him. Back over to Chris Smith. He's able to get Collette. Collette still wrangles it in and gets it up and good.
There you go.
Not a good pass, but David Collette with the soft hands wraps that ball up.
Well,
he's good.
His size is making a difference there. His skill too. I mean, he's like you called a good call on his footwork and his patience, and that was another move.
58-49, Utah State up by 9, 7:18 left to go. Second half action, Utah State basketball here on the Aggie Radio Network. Scott Jordan filling in for Al Lewis alongside Rod Tuller. Right wing for Alston. Also wants to drive on Moore. Blocked away. Moore's got it. Moore rips home that ball, gets it out to Vico, and Utah State wants to run.
Might be our first block of the game.
Here comes Moore, driving the paint, puts his shot up, and no good, and he's fouled. That would have been a beautiful shot had he followed and got the and one.
I'd like to have seen him reach over it and flush it. Came off a close.
That's what I was thinking. I think he could have done it.
I think so. But he decided to take the side route.
You know what you need to do is say your dad could have thrown that down.
Oh, get after him. Jimmy could have.
Jimmy Moore, Aggie great.
Yeah, he
now has two sons playing for Utah State. Not only Jalen, but Grayson Moore. Grayson has to sit out this year.
Yeah, Grayson's a transfer.
But he'll be back on this team next year. It'll be fun to see those two as brothers playing on the team next year. Jalen misses the free throw. He'll have one more. Utah State up by 9.
Come on, Jalen, don't miss that.
58-49, trying to push this to a double-digit lead. Second shot up and missed that one too. Back iron.
Wowie.
Here comes Texas A&M International. The Dust Devils on the rebound. Britton tried to drive. He gets fouled and almost finishes. Lamar Britton, 6'2", 275 speedster from